Hello my dear friends, welcome to Instant Electronic, this is Uncle Misha, and today we have another subject on a bench, and this time we're gonna take it apart right after we take it outside the box. So where's my hacksaw? No, I'm not gonna take it apart, it's too new. How does this... How do you open this? Oh, this is how it's designed. Okay. Yes, we got new phone, and right away obviously it's facing the cameras. Very beautiful looking cameras and very strongly protruding. So let's take a look what also comes with this phone. Okay, right, touch sensor is right here, as a SIM card right here, power volume buttons are right here, and that's pretty much it. What the heck is this supposed to mean? Is it a button? Sensor? SD card slot? Yeah, right. Forget about SD card slot with this guy. Okay. Cool, at least they have USB OTG, user manual, who cares? Very simple packaging, everything is white. This is USB-C, USB-C cable. This is obviously USB OTG. The very funny thing, I do not have the charger, so I have this Samsung charger, it's actually pretty good, but any USB-C charger specifically I do not have. The only one I have is in the car of Anchor, which I review right here. So let's see, very nice little plasticky sticky thingy. Let me see. Okay, the first thing which actually you see when you look at this phone, this crazy protruding camera, it's things like protruding for about 3.5 millimeters. It's just crazy. If you compare it with my, well, I have to take it outside, out of the box. Oh my god, it's super dirty. But I mean, wow, this is crazy. It's heavy. Oh wow, S10 is much lighter. Let me measure some thicknesses. Okay guys, this is going to be a honest review of this phone. I'm not gonna play any serenades or sing any serenades to the phone, which is actually look weird and ugly, and yeah, my Galaxy S10 looks ugly. But yeah, it went through many things, and also it went through clinical death. So anyways, let's measure the thickness of this phone, and it's 7.8. Let's measure thickness. Of course it's known parameters, but I just want to do it. Okay, it's 8.6, and well, just mind you, this phone with the camera is 8 point whatever, pretty much the same, and this phone with the camera is gonna be like a mile thicker, 11.76. Like, this is crazy. And this phone is substantially heavier. It feels like it built like a tank, but it's much bulkier, and obviously it's a bit bigger. It's slightly bigger. Alright, I already put my fingerprints on this phone, so obviously that's definitely gonna be mine. So let's just power it up. Okay, no, sorry, stop, let's just stop. So on the back here, we see things. We see 1, 2, 3 cameras, and we see some, probably a sensor of a sort, and light. Wow, I guess this is nuts. Actually, I didn't expect this thing to be that beefy. Obviously, when you have a appropriate case may sort of hide this thing, but on the other hand, you don't want this thing to protrude too far because you want to protect it. So yeah, anyways, let's talk about specs before we actually go ahead, and why the phone is so actually cool, because it has some crazy specs. So let's talk about specs. So here are the specs. So network capabilities is 5G, sub 6 GHz, GSM, Edge, UMTS, HSPA, HSDPA, LTE, 5G sub 6, and it comes in the 3 different colors: Obsidian, Porcelain, and Bay. Display is a full screen 6.7 inch 107 millimeters diagonal, 1300 44 pixels by 2992 or 2992 type of LTPO OLED. So screen quality is pretty cool. Dimensions of the phone is 162 by 76 sorry, and 8.8 millimeter. Weight is 213 grams, which is pretty beefy. Battery is actually not as beefy as I thought. It's only 5050 milliampere hours. It supports fast wireless charger and supports battery sharing, which is actually pretty cool. So memory and storage is a whopping 12 gigabyte DDR5 RAM, which supports 128, 256 and 512 gigabyte of storage. This particular and 1 terabyte of storage. This particular model that I got is 256 gigabyte storage. So CPU is Google Tensor G3 with Titan M2 security coprocessor. We're gonna talk about this in separate video because I have no idea what are those, but clearly they are flagship Google proposition. So authentication is face unlock and under display finger scan, which is actually quite reliable. So let's talk about a rear camera. So we have 3 cameras on the back of the phone. So one of them is 50 megapixel Octa PD wide camera. So Octa PD is the very nice combination of quad PD features with all-time autofocus capabilities, which is really great for low light sensor and also for quick snappy autofocus. So 48 megapixel quad PD ultra wide camera. So this is a great camera for capturing night scenes, so it's really great. And 48 quad PD telephoto camera with multi-zone autofocus, so there is really cool. And there is also spectral and flickering sensor, optical plus electronic image stabilization on wide and telephoto, not on ultra wide. This is very important. So front camera, only beautiful 10 megapixel dual PD selfie cameras, 95-degree ultra wide angle of view, which is very interesting. That front camera is very simplistic. So video capabilities is only at 4K, so this phone does not support 8K video recording. So 4K supported at 24, 30 and 60 frames per second. Alright, so this is a front camera and rear camera as well. So this phone has only one slot, and this is nano SIM slot. This phone does not have SD card slot, which is very sad, because I would prefer to have all my media stored on SD card slot separately. Like in case something happened to the phone, at least I would be able to have all my video and photos, but not in this case. This is kinda sad. Obviously this phone does not have, as I mentioned before, a headphone socket, 3.5 or 2.5 millimeter headphone socket, which is sad as well, but I can live without it because these days I mostly use my Bluetooth headphones. Alright, so now we know this phone is pretty crazy, especially in the camera department. It has shitload of RAM, but the big thing what I don't like about it, there's actually big two things, is the headphone thingy, which is obviously absent here, and another one is SD card slot, which is again present here and not here. I'm not even talking about removable battery, forget about that, Misha. Hey, Uncle Misha, you want too much, right? So let's just power it up and see and go through this experience. Yeah, front camera is pretty dinky. Like most of the phones these days have pretty dinky front cameras, because who cares? I mean, it's still capable of shooting 4K videos, but like, Alright, it's going through booting process. Okay, probably gonna take some time. Glaring. So we're going through some kind of booting procedure. Get started. Skip, like I'm gonna install everything brand new. So here is all my Wi-Fi's, which I gonna connect to. So now after connecting to Wi-Fi, looks like it's gonna be doing some sort of setup procedure, which gonna probably download updates and things like that. So let's just do it. Let it do it things. Alright, so after an hour of shenanigans, asking stupid questions and agreeing to some kind of shitty policies, as usual, which gonna protect whoever but not me, a consumer, I end up in the phone. So let me see. The first thing I would like to see is looks like menu is a wee bit different. What do we have? About phone. So device name, blah blah blah, model. I wanna see software. So it has security patch from September 5th, 2023. So it looks like there was no Android 14 update since September 5. Okay, that's pretty much it. And now let's take a look at the storage. Let me find it first. Storage. So this particular phone has 256 GB total, no SD card or any external storage, and 4.5 used. So this is quite important for you guys to understand. If you're gonna get this phone, that much out of the box gonna be consumed by the phone. Okay, so just 4.5 used straight out of the box. Let's also check RAM. I'm not sure if you can check RAM. 70% battery. Looks like my battery is okay. Doesn't say it doesn't. Battery saver. The adaptive charging. Okay, this is cool because the Galaxy S10 is actually a pretty nice mode to extend the battery life as well. That's really good. Battery percentage in status bar. Okay, I like it. Battery share. What the heck is this? Oh, cool. I like this. Again, this phone, which is like oldish by modern times, already has this, so you can pretty much wireless charge each other, which is pretty cool. Battery is dropping like no tomorrow. Damn, where do I see RAM? Let me poke around. Well, turned out to be the only way of actually seeing the memory is this. So yeah. So had to turn off developer mode, and now in the first line is actually a average memory use, and here we are, 4.5 GB out of 12 GB is high. As I mentioned, this guy have 12 GB of memory free, 7.7, and then we can see memory usage by the app, and obviously Android OS consumes a lot of memory right out of the box. It's a bit confusing because if you look here, average 4.5 GB of 12, and then we go to storage, which is where was it? Storage. Oh, it's already 5.6 GB used. Like what? Guys, it was like 4.5. It's just growing. It's multiplying. Anyways, so I think the first impression. This is going to be first impression of the phone. I think it's actually pretty good so far. Well, except few things as I mentioned. I'm going to be running some benchmarks and some audio tests and other things while I install appropriate software. Right now it's nothing really here, but so far so good. I probably gonna need nice case for it, screen protector. That's gonna be a separate video as well. So guys, thank you for being with me in this glorious moment of unboxing Galaxy Google Pixel 8 Pro. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Stay safe and ciao.